Our True Self, Part 3. Okay, in the last tape I was telling you a little bit about astral traveling and things like that. But just to recap, remember, your true self is pure energy, and that's your inner consciousness. It's pure energy. The main objective in this Part 3 is to make you understand the fact that in the cosmic universe, we are automatically a part of it. We've been existing forever, like I told you before. You know, whether you know it or not, it's an unconscious thing throughout primitive time, in the earlier times, the mystery of where we came from. That's why you got religions and gods and things like that come to mind, because remember, the idea of God came from a primitive man telling you he had a thought in his head, and that's how he come to the conclusion. But ultimately, it was primitive thinking that came to that made him come to that conclusion, because he didn't understand the true self. The true self was trying to tell him that he is the form of a pure energy. It was trying to make him understand, but he's on his own mission. Every entity, like I told you in the last tape, we are all on our own mission. We put ourselves in this situation. That's why everything we do is accounted for. It's accounted for because the law of the cosmic universe is a part of what we are part of, and if we do, it's parallels. In other words, it's like up, down, day, night, right, left. Everything has a parallel. Okay, so in order to live in a effective and perfected way, you have to understand the difference between illogical things and logical things. It's like when you put your hand in a fire in this world, your flesh get burned. So by you understanding that, you know better than to do that. So experiencing this world is basically a phase that we are going through. But like I said before, we've been existing forever. Our mind is a pure energy. It's a frequency. Everyone, like I said, you can forget about the word soul because it's pointless. The true self is pure conscious energy. Your conscious mind that make you conscious of everything is pure energy. And because of that, that's why we have dreams, like I told you before. By the time you understand all this metaphysics, you're going to understand how to astral travel. You understand how we are able to do time travel with our inner consciousness, because our inner consciousness is in tune with infinity. Like I told you before, if you close your two physical eyes, your inner eye, which is your true inner consciousness, opens up and you visualize everything. That's why yesterday what you saw, if you remember things from yesterday, it looks like a dream. Okay, why does it look like a dream? Because your pure energy, which is the mind, is the interpreter, is the true self. So it's letting you know, even yesterday is in the same form of energy perception as of what dreams are, which lets you know dreams are just something that allow your inner self to travel. So you're in a form of astral traveling when you dream. Dreams are that's why everyone have the ability to dream, because it's letting you know that your true self is your inner mind, your inner consciousness, which is energy. That's why sometimes I'm sure everybody out there had some dreams, and some of them were so real you couldn't believe it. You're walking around or whatever. And like I told you before, I became conscious of being in a dream. I was purely conscious of the fact that I was dreaming, and I took control of what I was doing in my dream. I actually walked around. I went to places I wanted to go to, because it's difficult to do that, but if you master what I'm talking about, understanding your true self is your inner conscious mind, which is pure energy, you'll be able to do the things I'm talking about. And you'll be able to really understand why we are eternal, is why we exist forever, because we are pure energy. And like scientists know, energy is never destroyed. It only changes. And anything that you run across, every element that you run across is form of energy. And only other forms of energy acting on it causes the changes, but it's never destroyed. And to understand that is to get back to the fact that because your inner conscious mind is like electromagnetic field of pure energy, that's why your perception is so strong about things. And intuition is within your inner self. And the external world that you deal with, like I told you in the last tape, you only experience that because of the five senses. If you couldn't see, hear, or taste, you wouldn't experience this world at all. Those five senses, you wouldn't even be aware of your existence in this particular world, but your inner self would be active within itself, because it's the pure energy of you. It's the pure self. So in other tapes, we have to go on in order to continue this. I'm going to get into astral traveling. I'm going to get into how the mind can travel through the infinite universe, and how you can control things in this world with your mind, the power of the mind alone.